everyone, this is Billie. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Today I'm going to do I'm hoping to make it a wall hanging, but we're just going to use the guessing by golly method today because I've racked my brain and it's gone wild to where I could go extremely intricate and crazy or simple, and I'm going to go simple. Jeez, yeah, we're going to go simple. So this is a plastic tray I got from a thrift store, 79 cents. This little guy's going to disappear. I'm going to spray paint the whole piece black, and I've taped off the back. I might worry about the black, painting the back black later, but we shall see. I'm going to start with going outside, painting this black. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to use some of my Let's Resin Chameleon powder. I've picked out two colors today. I picked out the mint and the magenta. And we are going to do something pertaining to Valentine's. Watching my giveaway video last week where I saved that little plaque with the little flower molds. Well, I didn't just buy one of those little flower molds. I bought the roses. You know how I love roses. So we're going to put some roses in this plaque. And this is called Fragrant Roses from Decor Molds. And I have these listed in my description. So I got these off Amazon, and they are for decorating furniture pieces. And they're good for resin and clay, it says. So I'll be right back. I'm going to paint this, let it dry, and then we will proceed. See you in a little while. Thanks. Okay, I have that sprayed and it's drying. So I'm going to go ahead and start dusting these chameleon powders here. I've got a few brushes. This one came with the Let's Resin Chameleon powders. This is just an old one. They're quite soft. And then I have the little micro brushes that are for makeup that are quite convenient, and I'm just going to use those for the little areas. And I'll start with some stems, and we'll just get a little green in there because those are pretty small spaces. I hope I can get it in there. And my camera stand, that's as close to you as I can get. So I apologize if you can't see real clearly. So let's just make sure I get the sides. Gosh, I don't know if I can get right in there. That's tight. But let's see what we can do. Track it in. If not, you can always highlight or paint over this a little bit to bring out the details if I have to. So I will fast forward as I go this part of the video, not to bore you silly. Boy, those are tight little areas. Okay. Okay, I have to admit, I can't tell if those are getting completely covered, if the powder's sticking very well to the mold. So before I go into the colors, I'm going to clean up the edges so that doesn't go everywhere else. And what I'm going to grab is my tape. Gonna get a slice of tape, at least get some of this off the top. So it's not apt to fly. See, I can't tell if it's in there or not. Guess we'll see, eh? I use this a lot to clean my molds. Good old strapping tape, shipping tape. All right, and then watching Wendy from Toonpish Crafts, she takes a little, I'm reaching across here, she takes a little alcohol, some ibuprofen alcohol, and either cotton swabs, which I should have, and I don't. Oh well, I've got a clean little brush here, and we're just going to try to get it out of where the flowers are best I can. I guess next time I'd suggest do the flowers first, and then if the green, you know, slides in there, it's not gonna show on the top of your flowers. See it anywhere else? It's kind of close. Oh, here, I've got a lot in here. Whoop. I have to refill my Q-tip supply in here. Get that out. See, I messed up there doing it that way, I think. But it's not coming off very well. Let me try another clean one here. Instead of just the magenta itself. Oh, I might not use this rose because I've got the green all over it. When you want it to stick, it doesn't. When you get this one, try this side. Yes, I think that'll be fine. Whoops. As I get it all over myself. Okay. Just gonna get the magenta out and we will try that. Hopefully be a little more successful. Now, I think, being a chameleon powder, this tends to go a little gold, if I'm not mistaken. So, isn't that pretty? Look at that. I don't know if you can see any color change right off the bat, but I see gold in there. Let's just do it. Oh, look at that. Pretty, pretty. Now look at the coverage that gives. Okay, I'll keep going. Just like that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on pause. Hello, I am back. How are you doing? It's a little later than I anticipated, but my resin has been mixed. I did 100 milliliters, probably a little too much, but then again, I never know. I have my heating pad set up, and I added, of course, more colors. I had to do it. I had to add, if I can get this right, I had to add the champagne, which is this lighter pink here, and I can see a little tint of pink and gold in there. And then we had our magenta, which is this one. So then I added plum, and that's this color here, plum. So now I'm going to try, oh, my seat's backwards, gosh, I'm going to get this mixed into a black. So unlike last week when I tried to open a paste, it was harder than a rock. I heated this up, and this is black from Just for You Online UK, and that may have helped because I actually have runny paste in there, but I don't want to use this stick. Let me switch sticks, and I should switch containers, but I'll clean that one. It's not a big deal. So let's get a regular popsicle stick here. Is it tall enough? Well, it's kind of skinny. We'll go with it. So at least I could pour some of this in and not have to worry about it being extremely hard. I don't know how much that is, but it's probably about 5 drops, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 drops in there. Let's see. Oh, look. Just what the doctor ordered. Black. Black, black, black. And I'm using my Naked Fusion Diamond Clarity Resin, which is a new brand for me because I used Amazing Clear Cast for the longest time. Now that's almost opaque, but then just for you it makes this velvet black, which is more fluid, but it's not alcohol ink. So let's do maybe 5. 1, 2, whoop, that was a squirt. Heck, we might as well squirt it. It's not gonna do no harm. Get a lid on here. And I will just pour these. By morning, we should have these set up nicely. And I'm not sure how to decorate the tray. I know I want to do a gold trim around the edge, and I'll use my tester's paint for that. But I was looking through stencils, and I'll show you what I found here in just the wink of an eye. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this. Let's see if I can be neat about it. And I know I have a lot. I'm so anxious to see what this is going to look like. You want to get real messy? Please let me pour once without getting extremely messy. But you know, I still don't know about the green. We'll just have to see how that turns out, because it didn't seem like I could cover all of the mold with that mint colored green. Almost. I like these plastic mixing cups. You know, I got a set of was there 3 or 4? There's 4 in a set, and I got them at our Family Dollar here in town. So, you know, they weren't $1, they were like $3 for the set of 4. I did get 2 sets. Uh-oh. I gotta change hands. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've become, what's the word? I can't pronounce it. Ambidextrous, and I can use both hands somewhat better than I ever could before. Gosh, I can't even speak English right. You should have seen me in Spanish class. Oh, I did not do well that at all. Oh gosh. I'm glad I didn't major in another language. I couldn't have done it. Here's a tidbit. My grandfather, Andy, was from Austria. He spoke 9 languages. 9! When I was 16, they wanted to take me back across the seas to the old country. We went back to see family, and I was the oldest grandchild, and that would have been a 3-month trip. My mother wouldn't let me go. World War III is going to break out and you'll never get home. So they took my cousin Charlotte. Needless to say, I was quite envious of her. Whoa, now I'm making a mess. Can't talk. tell stories and do this at the same time. But anyway, I remember Grandpa Andy going out to the barnyard and calling in the cows, but he would yodel. Oh my gosh, it was a beautiful sound. He would just yodel, and here they come over the hill. Just anxious to get milked. He was a neat gentleman. I didn't know him real well because we didn't live that close, but we did always go holiday there on the farm. And I've got a little too much in here. I'm going to scoop that. I'll try to get it in there without damaging my pigment. Come on, just let's have a little bit over here. This one seems rather full. Probably a little. Okay. There we go. I can give it a... You know what? I bought a torch and I didn't even use it. Let's try this out. All right. Turn it on. Just open that way. And just... Whoa. Look at that. Boy, it's scary. Turn it off, Billy. Burn the joint down here. Good gosh. All right. Now, I'm going to let that set. Turn on my heating mat. But what I wanted to show you is I brought the tray in, and it's a matte black finish, but that's all I had. It doesn't matter. So I have this. I don't know if you can see the design. I have this stencil here, and I thought about daubing some gold just around one side here, or maybe across the bottom. I think my best bet would be just either on the sides or not at all, because of the curvature. And I'm not going to fill this with resin. It just takes up too much resin, but I thought maybe we can do that tomorrow. Just daub a little gold in some areas on the tray. So I'm going to let this set overnight. Oh, I see a little space. And I shall see you in the morning, everyone. Have a great night. Rest well. Sweet dreams. And I'll see you a little later. Bye-bye. Good morning. I am so excited to demold these. Ready, set. Let me just pop these out real quick. Oh, they come out nicely. I did get a little messy. We've got roses and buds and leaves. Tiny roses, tiny leaves. I'm excited. Let's see if we can figure out what colors are what. And I know these are going to have a matte finish. I have some cleaning up to do. Oh, there's a green one. Let's see if I can get this bud out of here. All right. All right. These are going to be awesome. I just know it. I just know it. Let's bring these back. Let's look. Well, let's look at the leaves. Now, they are matte, but I do see a little color shift in the green. Can't determine what that is, though. I think it's a little bit of purple, actually. But they're lovely. Is this a leaf? Here's all the leaves. We're gonna need lots of leaves. Okay, one more. Got our little leaves. Let's go a little. Oh, now this must be the, here's the plum and champagne. Champagne has a little gold. Plum has a little purple and a bit of blue to it. Oh, there's our fuchsia. Pretty, isn't it? Fuchsia turns, oh, a little red in there, just a tad bit of red. And we're just going to work our way up to the big one. There's our fuchsia. So pretty. The green is faint, but that's okay. Oh, plum. No, fuchsia. That's our fuchsia. Where's our champagne? Oh, this is the plum. It's got a blue to it. Oh, I love that one. This must be, here's our champagne with the gold. And champagne again with the gold. And dun, 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 fuchsia. Oh, look at that gorgeous beauty. All right, I have some cleaning to do. They're still a bit soft. So let me clean these up. And I did have a stem here. Now, our tray is a matte black. These are matte. But accenting the tray with the gold is going to have more of a shine. So I did take a piece of this stem here and I put a little polyurethane on right here. I don't know if you can see the difference between the shine and the matte. This is the shiny side and that's the matte side. So I'm thinking it didn't alter the change in the colors, you know, as far as them being chameleon. So I think eventually we're going to have to, or I'm going to have to cover the whole tray with some polyacrylic. But I'm going to clean these up, and I might as well get started on the tray so it will dry, and then we can come back and set our florals in. Woohoo! Before I do that, I need a background color for these flowers, and I'm glad I waited to see what the green looked like, because looking through my mica powders, I'd like to maybe just dab some green in here, and I don't want to use paint. So I dug out more of these soaps from the soap store, and I'm thinking that's the same. Those two are the same. So we have oyster and green pearl, and they have a shimmer, but I think I'm going to daub a little green on here first. And let me show you, I was thinking about that. You know, I keep talking about these soap dyes, and look at how many I have that came in just one kit. These are all from the soap shop. Beautiful mica colors. Some are duplicates, but yeah, that's what I've been using for micas, and there's quite a few. I didn't even count, probably at least 50. So that's cool. And then I was looking at my Just For You Online UK mica powders, and I'm thinking these greens will clash with this. So I think I'm going to go more of the darker oyster and just a little bit of green. So let's go ahead and do that so it'll be dry. Oh gosh, then I thought about a piece of lace. Oh, I just went wild thinking here about this project, but I'm just so excited. I think this is going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm going to mix up a few colors and with a little polyurethane. And oh, I forgot to grab I guess I could use a sponge brush or a dauber brush if I have one. So let me grab a brush and I'll be right back. Okay, pardon me. The closest I have for daubing or dabbing would be this set from Martha Stewart, made in China. But anyway, I'll have these listed in my Amazon shop. And I have these or a piece of sponge. So we can cut a piece of sponge and try that. Or let's try a dauber brush first. Anyway, I'll put this aside. Get a couple little plastic cups. My polyurethane. And I'm going to grab a spoon right here and just put a little in each cup here. I don't think I'm going to need a lot because I'm not going to sponge the whole, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I'm going to sponge the whole area or not. But we'll just see what happens. Like I said, I'm going by the seat of my pants on this one. Sometimes I think that's the best way to go. Just do what you feel when the time, you know, strikes. Just do what you feel. And I was thinking today, you know, I've been doing these videos now for a year, just sharing, you know, what I enjoy doing. But please let me know, are you able to learn from what I'm doing? I mean, maybe some techniques or just different ways of doing things. I hope you're able to learn from what I'm doing. I mean, that was my intent also. So I just want to ask you, and if you comment, just let me know, am I really, are you getting anything out of this? I mean, I hope so. I hope so, and I won't babble, but I was just thinking about that the other day. So, anyway, and hey, while you're going to comment, would you please hit the like button too, and share with your friends. I'm over 500 now subscribers, and I'm just going to try to keep growing, and I can't do that without your help. So thank you for all of that. Now, as I'm talking, I'm looking for, I've got a little spoon here, this tiny little spoon. Came with some glitter or mica powders, I can't remember. Let's just do a couple of greens. See what we end up with. This is the green pearl. I might have too much polyurethane. That looks, well, let's just go one more for good measure. And the oyster, now that's a very dark, almost silver gun gray green, but I really like it. I thought about blues, you know, to do a little background in the blues, but I think we're gonna go, yes, that looks quite silver. I hope it doesn't clash with the gold I'm gonna use. But all right, the jig is up. Let's see what we can do here. I got turned on to those because my little grandson loves them, and they're pure, you know, all fruit. Oh, I just cracked that. I just cracked that little cup. Look at that green. Very pretty, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know, was that Canadian? Isn't it? No, it was not. That's dirty. Let me get a clean one here. Ooh, I've got gobs. All right, from the dollar store. Hope I don't break this one. But that's got a nice shimmer, and since everything's got a shimmer to it, we're just gonna keep up with that. Whoops, look at me. Look at me spill. Billie. Can I say some? Ah. Throw that out. Pick that up. Oh, I don't know about this one. It might be a little too silver. Oh, boy. That has no green in it. I don't know what you can see there, but to me, I can see no green in that. What if we add... What if we add some of the pearl in here? Yeah, we need a little more green than that. That's just silver. It looks green in the bag. Darker it up. This will just be a darker green, hopefully. Now, let's see what we can do here. Hope they blend together. There we go. That has a little green. Oh, what do we think? How are those going to look together? I think I want a little more in there. Oh. Okay, that should do it. There we go. Still a little silver, but I see the green. Okay, let me put a clean something down here so I don't mess up my tray bottom. And dun, 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 here we go. Now, since I'm gonna have the gold here, maybe I'll just follow that with the green here. All right, let's start with the little stippler brush from Martha here. And put that aside. All right, I'm going to need a paper towel to blot on. Okay. See what happens. Let's just go for it. I'll get a little dark here. Blot. It's pretty. All right, here we go. I'm just going to do a work with the curve. Oh, I like it. That's a yay. Try to get up into the curve here a little bit. A little more. I did make more than I can possibly use. So, I wonder, should we leave it stippled like that? Try to go up the edge a little more. Wait, I can see the green now, and that's the dark one. Let's go to the light one. I wonder if the dark should have went dark out to light, or I guess we'll see. I don't know if I'll now can I tell the difference? No. Bring it up to a point, kind of. I like the stipple look to it. If I get carried away, I'm gonna lose my black. Okay, this gold is just for you online UK, and this is called Precious Gold. And since I'm going to do my edging with my testers, that's the closest I have to that. So once again, we're going to mix up. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty. Very pretty. Get my polyurethane. I have not, believe it or not, I've not done much stenciling, really. So, gosh, I better go just as high as this, and hopefully I can hold it to where I want it, just on the edge, and we're just going to bring it down. Oh, we're kind of messy. Look at that, though. Woo, look at that. Awesome. Pretty awesome. Now, I'm going to go put my brush up real quick. You know, it's not perfect, but it won't take away from, the flowers. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I'll tell you, I didn't like it. Scratch what I just did. I just didn't like it. So I repainted this. The problem I'm seeing is I need a third element. Not just the paint and the flowers, I need a third element. So, racking my brain, I came up with something else. So, check this out. Say for instance, we've got our flowers. I found an old hairband, black old hairband. I found some beaded pieces. So, let me turn it sideways. Here's the plan. Plan is to wrap the sides with this hairband, add my decorum here, and go from there. Let me raise you up a little bit. Hold on, it's man-powered. Okay, there we go. So that's my plan, and that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead, and to glue this on, I'm gonna use some of my tacky glue, my Fabri-Tac. This is great. This glues a lot of different stuff. Wood, fabrics, lace, glass, leather. It's been a while since I've used that, but I really do like it. I need to cover this up because I can still feel the texture of that poor paint job with the stencil. So anyway, if you want to follow along, this is what I'm going to do. I hope this doesn't fray like crazy. I need to cut this tab off. And of course it's going to fray, so let me get some Fabri-Tac on that. Keep that from happening. Just didn't need this big bulky piece on there. So just get a little, I should have had this upside down. Here we go. Tack this. Keep it from fraying. This peels off your hands easy enough too when you get it on there. But yeah, I spent half the day fiddling around with this, but now I think I'm happy. I tried the concept, you know, I tried actually painting that gold, painting it over with my Tester's gold paint, but it was just too bright. I don't know, it just didn't jive with me. So I'm cutting this other end off. I'm gonna go with this. This will make me happy. Yes, it will. So tack these edges down. And I'm sorry about that. I should probably cut the majority of that out since I'm not following through with that plan, but I just didn't like it. And they say other people, you know, they like your work, but when you don't like it, oh, it's just not worth doing, I guess. To me anyway. All right. Let me take I'm just gonna run a bead down both sides here. Can you see me now? Okay. And am I recording? Yes. I usually don't record unless my phone is at 100% charged and it's at 80 something, but we'll go with it. Just a bead. I think I'll like this a lot better. Okay, now go with the curve of this. I'm gonna have to stand up. Let's see what I'm doing. So I want to come, how was I planning that? I want to come about here. Just bring that right to the edge. I looked for black lace. I looked at some black tulle. Oh, I looked through everything, and then I realized I had that beaded piece there. Oh, I'm going to be happy with that. Just something, just that third element. And that shouldn't take long to dry. Bring it right to the edge, and it's curving nicely. Okay, there. Oh, can't change it now. There. Oh, texture. That's what we needed. Some more texture. Side needs pulled. There, I like that. Like that so much better. Okay. Gosh. I want to do nice projects for you, so maybe sometimes I overthink it. Now, let me see if I need to trim any of this. A little bit hanging over would be okay, don't you think? But it's got a bent end here, and I'm afraid if I cut that, we'll have beads every place. But there's a little piece of thread that's got to go. Okay, I'll do the same thing. I'll get my fabric tack on this piece. Never knew what I'd use this for. Now I've got it. And this fabric tack, you know, if it oozes out a little bit, you can just peel it off. This is some amazing stuff. There. And the flowers are trimmed, so that should be a piece of cake. All right. Now, see if I can't get this on here. I might bring that right to the edge, like so. One down, one to go. Oh, I like that. Billy's happy. A piece there. Scoot that in. Okay. Now we have a seam here that's not real pretty where that joins, but there's more. These are shiny, so oh, who knows? Just go with the feel of it all, hey? I guess that can hang off a little bit. There. Yes. All right. As far as the seams go now, what are we gonna put there? Well, of course, I went through and gathered up black buttons, and these are the buttons with the round tops on them. Shank buttons. So some are really, look straight ahead. I started to cut a shank off a button. Look straight ahead, and in this container, what do I find? My goodness, I have these I don't know what they are. Little flat black, I don't know if they wouldn't fit on a tack, but I think they're for upholstery or some kind of woodwork. But hey, that saves a hassle. Don't know what they're called, but they were there. So now I can get to gluing. We can get to finishing this. Get a little bit on there. Need quite a bit maybe. All right. Let's start over here. Let me see where there's a gap. And where there's a gap, I'm just going to put this little button. Ho ho! Hey! Hey, hey, hey! Just what the doctor ordered. Alright. It's a lot of glue. See up there. Should be able to fit one right there. We can do it in threes. Like that. Yes. That'll stick. Oh, I forgot to grab my spray to show you what I use. Good old Fabri-Tac. Yeah, that was a nice surprise. Things work out. There, you see? They wouldn't stick to me. Stick to the where you're supposed to stick. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. That one's kind of tilted. Whoops. Get it in that little gap. Get off my fingers. Ah, look at me now. I'm full of glue. There. Oh, I like making do with stuff I have. That's for sure. This side. Okay. Come on. Okay, now let's see. Got a obvious gap right there. Isn't that cool? That is too cool, the way that panned out. Is that down? Make sure that's down, okay. Alright, this one's tipped. Get in there, right flat. This one can go flat. Oh, right there. Right there. Like that. Might just need only two there, but I like to work in threes. Isn't that great? I'm just saying, oh yes, I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. Okay. Now, if we can stick this one, lift it up. Let's see. There might be a gap. I think we can go right there. Perfect. Ooh, okay. Now, done with the Fabri-Tac. Now, I told you I trimmed all the flower and leaves, but looking at this, they're kind of small, don't you think? I'm going to raise you up a little more. Hang on. They're a little small, but you might know me because I went ahead. I bought a third mold. Bigger ones. Look at this. Bigger ones. More roses. This is the grape. Yeah, one of these is a... No, that's the plum. This is the grape. Bigger ones. Oh, geez, yes. I had to. There's a champagne. And there's our fuchsia. So, and one more bud. Now, mix up some resin. I did 1.25 cups of resin, the Naked Fusion, and I poured over the lace, over the edges, into the middle. I love how this lace turned out under resin. I put a couple of, I'll put a rose here and a leaf here. It gave it more depth because just setting them in there and gluing them, there was no depth. Plus, I didn't like the outside whatsoever rim. So, a redo. And then, as it set this morning, of course, I found a fuzz here, fuzz there. Went around the side, and there was a few tiny, tiny bubbles. And I didn't like that either. So, here we go. We're going to finish it this time, I promise. And it's going to be gorgeous. And, you know, as I look at this... Oh, that ring light. I'm sorry. It's... I don't know if I can move that a little bit. There we go. A little better. Anyway, looking at this paint underneath, I really like that. And I don't know that I want to cover it up entirely. So I'm just going to quickly, this has been undercover all day. I got a second wind this evening. So we're going to go for it. So I sanded, that's what those marks are, sanded those imperfections out, and hopefully I can do this without any more problem. So I just mixed up 1/2 cup of resin, and I've got this on my leveling board and a silicone mat. Oh, shoot. Reminds me, before I get started, I better put... I guess I don't have to. I don't need to prop that up. It'll still drop, I'm hoping. Got tape under there. I don't think it'll make a difference. We'll just leave it as it is. Okay, and I don't know if it's because when I first poured, I ran my hand across there. There might have been something on my gloves. I don't know, but I'll try to be very careful this time. Let me sit down and keep seeing flakes. And there's some sparkles in there. That's from the paint. So I guess what I'm going to do is just try it with my fingers one more time around the edges. I'm not going to do the lace again. That looks fine. It looks really pretty actually with this lace. So now we know that's a really nice effect. is having the lace on there, isn't it? Yeah, it just looked too, I don't know. There was no depth, and I think it really needed some. So I'm just gonna smooth this around the edges here. Thin coat. Hopefully I won't get any bubbles. And I'll tell you, I am so excited about this one. Oh, I was really excited about it yesterday, thinking it was, you know, almost done and it was going to be gorgeous, but it just wasn't. Oh, I don't know if this was up to Get the torch out. Don't burn the flowers. Don't burn the flowers. There we go. Let's see where I can see bubbles. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, God, that's beautiful. Okay. Let me turn it back so you can see how it looks, and then I will cover it through the night because this is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Let me bring you down a little bit. Hold on. There. What do you think? Oh, God. That was me, excuse me. I did it. Tooted on camera. Oops. Pardon me. I got too excited. God. One more. All right. Thank you, everyone. Oh, God. This is it. This is it. I will see you soon. We'll look at it in the morning. And I will, well, by Saturday, by Sunday, when I put this up, I'm going to announce the winners of our giveaway. So thank you for joining me. Have a great evening. I appreciate you all. Take good care. Bye. Hi, everyone. I'm just over the moon over this project. I have to say, first of all, I am so sorry it's very choppy because I had spent quite a long time trying to edit, and it was over an hour and a half long, so I'm still going to try to shorten it up a little bit. So let me show you this. The black spray paint came off perfectly with acetone. I just took a wipe with some acetone. The black in the back came completely off, so I'm going to leave it alone. I did put my alligator hook on here and added a few little oh, what are those, gems, just to hide the holes, and it worked out great. I'm outside in the cold just so I could get some sunlight. Forgive the backdrop, but let me show you what this turned out to be like. Oh my God, you're just gonna love it. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I went ahead and I took my polyacrylic and I hand painted over the flowers so it all has a shine. I didn't want to spray it. I just didn't want to spray it, but look at the the color shift. It doesn't change. I mean, it changes. It's gorgeous. Oh, I am just in awe over this. I'm going to take it inside, hang it on my wall, and you can see the real effect of this. It's gorgeous. Thank you everyone for watching. I sure appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Take good care. Bye.